The Falls Count Everywhere podcast would like to mention our friends at the following. For the most intriguing wrestling stories and info on independent shows in multiple regions, nobody does it like We Talk Wrestling. Subscribe to Facebook's #1 interactive community for professional wrestling today. Pro wrestling on Tuesdays are a blast with the Wrestle Talk podcast. Join the entire crew every Tuesday at 7 p.m. as they bring their takes on the major circuits, showcase interviews with various indie stars, and news on the #1 fantasy wrestling promotion, the FWWC. Visit them at facebook.com/WrestleTalkPodcast and at WrestleTalkCast on YouTube and X.
All of us here show appreciation and love to our first responders, military, and volunteers that help our nation as well as protect and serve us every day. Thank you for all you do.
We're just under 2 weeks away from the biggest extravaganza of professional wrestling in the Midwest. Tonight is episode number 229 of the Falls Counts Everywhere podcast, as we welcome the most viral superstar in SICW across social media who stirred up more controversy in the Midwest than anyone in recent history. He's the host of Nasty Talk and currently holds the SICW Tag Team Championship and also the Central States Champion. He's Big Nasty Glenn Williams.
Welcome to the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. The show starts in
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go!
Welcome to the show. Buckle up tight. Rough cut, Rick Ruby in the spotlight. Shell City Mouse is breaking it down. Best wrestlers podcast in this town. Blood and sweat in every word. Echoes of the ring, haven't you heard? Wrestling tales, raw and true. Podcast alive, bringing it to you. Mr. G2 bringing the style. Austin Cage making the fans go wild. Cutting deep into the heart of the fight. Best wrestlers podcast, fun and bright. Blood and sweat in every word. Echoes of the ring, haven't you heard? Wrestling tales, raw and true. Podcast alive, bringing it to you.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome, one and all, and we're going to get this professional wrestling party started here on a Sunday night. And we thank you, everybody, once again for joining us here. It is episode number 229 of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. And we are going to be joined by our featured guest in just a short bit. And but we've got some matters to kind of take care of. And like I said, just we want to kind of bring ourselves together before things get wild here tonight, because I guarantee you you'll have at least one thing to take away that's something wild. That's for sure. I am Rough Cut Rick Ruby here in the top left, of course, with the big neon stick in the corner of my wall next to my belts. The Gem City Mouse Zmiz on the top right, sharing out that show. GQ is right below him, and then, of course, rounding out is the guy that just doesn't, positivity is a negative thing. Well, it's a negative thing for him. So it's the dirty heel Austin Cage, who, either a disgruntled or something. So, all right. Well, I'll tell you what, here's what I'm going to do here. We're going to start out something with a little bit. And I just kind of thought about this. It's like, it's been about a week. Obviously it's been a week since we've been last on here together. We talked throughout the week. I want to just, what is the most positive thing and the most thing that's giving you the most joy this past week? It doesn't even have to be wrestling related at all. So, and I'm going to put that challenge to the Dirty Hill Austin Cage first. What was the one thing that gave you the most joy this week, Austin Cage?
Let's see. Saying I woke up every day. There you go.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's positive. I mean, I just, it's always good to wake up and, face the world and, more opportunities to encounter people that you just can maybe throw a nice word or two, right?
Yep. I try not to throw many words to people because they annoy me, but
Oh my Lord.
He doesn't know many big words anyway either, though. So
just like the top of your head, it takes off big satellites, but
So speaking of big words, the man who's got 2 letters in his name, GQ. What about
there you go.
What about you this past week? Well, what's the best thing that came away, or what's the best takeaway you had this past week?
Just some more music I've been making, including like the, I think, 1,250th song that I made for one particular person, which you'll find out later. But other than that, I mean, just music, helping people out, using it as therapy for me and also for a niece and all that who's struggling with a lot, and has really helped her get a lot of her words out and into something that rains out positive instead of holding it in.
Yeah.
And the guy above us knows all about music life.
Well, I mean,
and how it could be positive.
Well, I mean, he likes to listen to a lot of Spotify. I know that. And that's
we're working on that at some point to get it on there. Just saying.
Yeah, I know. I'll tell you, music. I mean, I've been involved with music for many years. In fact, I was involved with music a lot along with growing up, along with sports. So here we go. Look at that, Corey. Giving Zmiz flowers early in the freaking show. What about that, Zmiz? What's the best thing that's happened to you this past week, man?
I mean, I've had a dang good week altogether. I got to hang out with my kids yesterday. We went thrift store shopping yesterday. Hung out, did a lot of cool stuff. So it's been a good week overall. I did find this thanks to Chase. We picked another fig up. So
it's the 3-headed angle.
Yeah, the 3-headed angle. But with the IC title in the European, so when Angle still had hair before he became the GOAT that he is. I mean, that was the starts. We all saw the glimmers. But no, everything's gone good this week to a lot of degrees. I can't say I'm mad about anything, really. Even with having a not-so-grand day today, I'm not mad about it. I'm just over the not-so-grand days.
Yeah, well, that's good. Well, I'll tell you what. Well, I can narrow down a couple things. One, I'm happy that yesterday my wife finally got out of the hospital. She spent another week in the hospital. This is her 4th stay this year, and it's nuts. But I'm just thankful that at least they got her. To her.
Try that again, Rube, because your mic kind of went.
Am I cutting out?
It kind of like it sounded like it was muffled for some reason, even though you were nowhere near where it was muffled. It went weird for a second.
Oh, okay.
You're good now.
Oh, can you guys hear me okay now?
Yeah, you're good now.
I think my my soundboard's being a little funky. I have no idea why. I might have to.
Funky like a monkey?
Yeah, of course.
Stop it.
As always.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dusty Rhodes. No, but what I was also going to say here is, as the conclusion, as of Wednesday, I had closed the book on 30 years in the business, and I've actually started in the year 31 as of this past Wednesday. So there you go. I didn't realize that until I'm like, oh my God. And then
you're old.
Well, I kind of get that reminder when I try to get up in the morning. But thanks a lot for that. I don't need your words for that. Thanks, Austin Cage. My knees tell me enough. But no, yeah, can't believe it's crazy. It's completed 30 years. I'm going into 31. I mean, yeah. Well, I got more to come. Yeah.
Next stop, retirement home.
I don't know how much more, but I'm plugging away. Obviously, I got gold over my shoulder on the bottom shelf. So yeah. I mean, that's, we'd like to try to start off the show. We always like to stay positive here. Sometimes, we get a little something that gets maybe under our skin. It's just, either something we watch in wrestling. It's like, ugh, like why? why it happens, but yeah. Thank you, Ismail. I guess that's to me.
Yeah, he said, "Congratulations, young man."
Yeah.
But it threw him off. They said young, so.
Yeah. That's why it threw me off. I'm like, I guess
Ishmael vibes on the same frequency that I do. With it, you're only as old as you actually want to be. You choose to feel it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's easy for me to get gray hair more, but
How can you have a gray hair when you have no hair on your head? Oh, the chest. Okay, that's fair.
And my face, you probably can't tell with my face, right? Because usually
that looks like your face looks like some old Ghostbusters.
This was brown at one point. Now you can't tell. It's like cold curly fries. What? What are we talking?
I love it. Thank you,
bro. If we're going to talk about that, cold fries in general that you just get out and you're waiting in the drive-thru for an order for like over 10 minutes and you get cold fries, bro, like what the hell did I wait for?
Just, all you do is you go home, throw that thing on a cookie sheet, a little olive oil, throw it back in the oven, call it a day, bro.
Yeah.
So crisp
the
right
oven,
back up.
not the microwave.
Not exactly. That's right. That's right. If you don't know, Zmiz doesn't use a microwave.
That's right.
I refuse to use a microwave.
I'm kind of curious what faction Jim is talking about.
What?
Well, we are a faction. We're the Falls Count Everywhere faction, bud. You're going to see that faction in about 2 weeks. Live at the FanFest.
GQ can't wrestle himself out of a paper bag. I don't wrestle. Cage could wrestle himself into a fight, and then Ruby's going to do it all. That's not fair.
Bro, I do a lot at the beginning.
Actually, I think 3 of us will agree. That actually sounds fair to most of us, though. So.
Hey,
it's his life.
I've carried tag teams before, but this tag team that I'm in, I don't care.
Yeah, Big Bo Walsh got his back.
That was brutal.
Yeah, Ruby, that was brutal.
Ruby, that was brutal.
Yeah, it was. I know what you're doing there. Stop it. So, stop it.
Hey, look, my thumb's just like GQ.
Oh my god!
Damn.
Can you draw glasses on it? I'm a jerk. Oh shoot! Real quick,
it was Corey's fault.
How about we hop over here? We got a couple things we want to take care of here real quick. First off, once again, just real quick on my appearance on my next show. Of course, if you want to see me wrestle, it's at Cedar Hill, Missouri this Saturday. Myself and Big Bubba Walsh still have an open contract to defend the ACW Tag Team Championships. And all your stars of ACW, go to acwtheshow.com if you want to get tickets in advance. If not, show up at Cedar Hills Big River VFW at One Lynn Drive this coming Saturday at 5 p.m. When the doors open, it's just $6 to get in. That's all you need. acwtheshow.com, and that's where I will be. Also, once again, guys, this is us. Less than 2 weeks. This is it. FanFest 4. We're coming into the home stretch. We can't believe it's gotten here so quick, man. I don't know. It's like I just blinked like yesterday. It was like 4 months, like 4 or 5 months away, and now we're like here. So this is crazy. Time's getting away on me really, really quick. So,
yeah.
Ruby Super Assassin can tag. No.
God dang.
Where
Jim?
Where?
I'm not even on the thing where like to see who posted right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to find something for you to share it and be an awesome like co-host, but I can't figure out how to do this.
All right.
Maybe I need Super Assassin's help.
I'm going to put the focus back. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if you had something also that I was going to throw up there. If it goes.
Oh, well.
If you want to do it now, if not, we don't have to.
No. Let's do it.
Here it is. Oh.
And then also May 23rd out in Granite City at the Elks will be RCW Honor and Legacy 2 Frank Tribute Show presented by IEW.
Yes.
I worked really hard working with IEW management to get this happening. So.
Yes. And then once again, I can't I can't express enough our thanks to Illinois Elite Wrestling being the premier sponsor for Falls Count Everywhere showing up at SICW FanFest 4.
That IEW.
So once again, Illinois Elite Wrestling, thank you very much for that. And
whoever the brains behind that company is, they're just doing positive.
They should be next to us if everything works right. So, we'll be seeing a lot of each other on FanFest on that Saturday. So, yes. But yeah, let's go ahead and get that out of there. Well, you didn't give me a chance. Now, how can I get this out of here? Oh, never mind. You removed it before I did.
Deleting?
Good Lord. Speaking of deleting, no. All right, so I got to put the focus back us before we bring our guest on for tonight, okay? If we're getting people in here, make sure you guys share that show, okay? So, our guest, of course, is famous for his one of the hottest trending talk show segments out there. And we're going to ask about if it's still going to happen at FanFest, but of course we're talking about Nasty Talk. And one of the most famous things that this guest has done is he is basically all the stars that have come in have basically roasted with a nasty burn, pretty much, right? And it's basically he's hit all the stars, right? He really hasn't said anything much about like the guys who are actually coming in to like push their business, or like he has not really targeted any vendors of much. Well, that's not until now. So I was sent a video that says, do not play until you're getting ready to bring me on. So, honest to God, I have not seen eyes on this, but I've got it ready to go. And I'm going to play this.
He's cheesing in the background. Play it. Play it.
So,
play it.
So, without any further ado.
Worry now, we're going to get canceled or something, apparently.
Dude.
So
I'm not the one that interrupted your show.
Remember that.
Remember that, Glenn? I didn't interrupt your show. I didn't come on Nasty Talk. I was on my show, and and we supported each other. So I better not get burned. That's all I'm saying. I've already burnt myself today on my stove. I don't need you burning me too. So go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead, Ruby.
Well,
roll the footage.
All right, folks. Here we go. This has been pre-recorded before he comes on. So, ladies and gentlemen, here he is.
It's like some.
Well, I'm on the Falls Count Everywhere podcast tonight, and at their request, they wanted me to hit them with some personalized nasty burns for some reason. So, boys, you asked for this. So, with that, here we go.
I feel like we're the Brady
Well,
Bunch
let's
right
start with GQ, shall we? GQ names himself and views himself, GQ, like he's on the cover of a magazine. Yeah, right, bro. You're so ugly that even if you went missing, nobody would put your picture on the side of a milk carton. Ooh, nasty burn. Then we've got ourselves the dirty heel, Austin Cage. Yeah, Dirty Heel. That's an ironic name because everybody looks at you and just assumes that you sleep in your car at the Walmart parking lot. Ooh! Nasty burn! Then we've got Rough Cut Rick Ruby. You ever notice how you never lose Rough Cut Rick Ruby in a crowd? And it's not because he's a super important person, it's because he looks like a radioactive traffic cone. Ooh! Nasty burn! Oh, OSHA sees Rough Cut Rick Ruby and feels safe. Ooh! Nasty burn! Then we've got the Gym City Mouth Zmiz. Buddy, I love you, but Gym City Mouth sounds like one of those Oriental spas in Centerville where they will love you long time for an extra $20. Ooh! Nasty burn! You guys asked for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well. God damn it. Oh, yes. Yes.
I will state for the hold on. Ruby will confirm that. I will state for the record that all the milk companies will put me on their cartons to begin with because they will lose business if I disappeared. So,
yeah, right. Anyway. They got paid because they thought you was a missing child.
They'd have to put you on chocolate milk. That's the only way they'd see you.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow. Wow.
Mr. Clean wants his gimmick back.
So we're just nasty.
He's not right. He's not wrong about the traffic cone. I mean, it's more like a traffic arrow.
The best. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Tops it right now. I'm going to say it. When OSHA sees Ruby, they feel safe.
Oh yes.
That is the best. That is the best, bro.
Oh my God.
God damn it.
That's good fun because I mean, like I said, that's to me that's true. So I mean, it's woo. Wow, that's something else. Okay.
Oh man, bring this man on because that was great.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that I was gonna hit the boo, but I think after that, I think that deserves the opposite direction.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, with no further ado, let's welcome the SICW Central States Champion, Big Nasty Glenn Williams.
Because wherever he goes, he's the star of the show. Don't you know?
Oh my God! All right.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, boys, you asked for it, so I gave it to you.
Wow.
I don't think none of us really asked for that. I mean, I'm just saying.
I thought it was hilarious.
You guys all wanted that. I didn't realize that I could actually look at the chat this whole time. I was just off on the side. Now I am. Now I feel like I'm tapped in. What is happening?
Well,
see, oh God. See now, man, Glenn, I did a clean shave for you out of respect for you. Unlike GQ over here, probably took a bath since 2 days ago.
That's
but
hey, I had a sponge bath from your old lady the other night, so I'm good.
Yeah, too bad she likes men above 6'3", not 5'8".
That's right. She's got a sign that says you have to be this tall to ride this ride, and every time you have to wear lifts in your shoes.
Yeah. See?
So look, I don't want to be an asshole and wear these glasses with a glare off this ring light. Here's my championship. I am the Central States Champion. I'm going to sit this down so we can get comfortable because it's a podcast, and let's get into it.
Oh my God. Glenn, you like I say, you've been pretty busy, man. And we're gonna get to all of that. Like I say, you've just been lighting all these stars that have been coming in. You've been lighting them up like a firecracker every time, and pretty much everybody's open game. But it's interesting that
wait till the night of. Wait till the night of.
Good.
Oh yeah, when they're all there in the same room, it's yeah. I heard you talking. Let me confirm. Nasty Talk Live for the first time ever is happening. It's going to be at FanFest on Saturday, May 9th. Now, we don't know when on the card it's going to happen, okay? But my guests are going to be Mac Davis and Teddy Long, which is crazy to even think about. So those guys have the Road Trip After Hours podcast, so tap in with them if you're not watching or listening. What does this idiot want to say? Yeah, well, Seth Rollins can't have this coat because I got it out of your mother's closet. Ooh, nasty burn. You idiot. That's a preview of what's going to happen on May 9th at FanFest 4.
Oh
now, here's the deal with the segment. At first, in my mind, I had an idea of how it was going to go, but now after Teddy has announced the big news, it kind of changes everything. So... Yeah. I don't want to jump the gun. And I know you got questions and stuff, but he made the announcement on his podcast that I'm going to face JBL at FanFest 4. That is right. And so now my segment for Nasty Talk Live has grown a life of its own because on that show, I will find out the special stipulation of this match because he said, Playa, it's not just going to be any regular old match. So we're going to find out live in the room together exactly what we're going to have be the match stipulation. So you have to get tickets at SICW.org if you want to see that. And it's going to get crazy, boys. It's going to get crazy.
Well, I'm not going to push the button of what you hope it would not be because there's ears listening right now. And of course, this goes into the archive.
Your mic cut out. Start over.
Yeah. Oh my God, I hate this. I hate this damn thing.
It's okay. Sometimes when it's a lot of pressure, it's hard to perform. Do you guys have a Blue Chew ad? This would have been perfect for it. Do you guys?
Yeah, I'm gonna give my board a Blue Chew here in just a minute.
Yeah,
here, hold on.
Just slap a Blue Chew on it. Use promo code Traffic Cone. And,
wow.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Gosh, holy crap. Well, like I was saying, I'm not going to ask the question of what you hope it will not be because there's ears out there listening. So, I because I think that's going to make fair game of what you hope it's not going to be.
What I think about it is that it's kind of funny, right? I ran my mouth all this time, and honestly, to a certain degree, I can't even believe it's happening. It started off with just me and Stephen E. Doing an interview on Nasty Talk. It was like the second episode I had ever done. I've been doing it for 26 straight weeks now, which is another crazy thing to think about. But I was in Cleveland training with Brandon and EC3 for about a week. And while I was there, SICW had the Missouri Athletic Club show. Now, I have not missed that show in like 3 years, but I had to miss because I had prior engagements. I couldn't get there. You can't pass that opportunity up. And so what happened is JBL was booked. And JBL came through my show that I'm the star of. Everything runs off of my back there. And he got involved and clothesline from hell my boy Stephen E., who, by the way, is a manager. He is not normally a wrestler. And Goodwill called, and they wanted me to stop standing there. Oh, good one. I actually got it on clearance in the women's section at Old Navy, you freaking idiot. like shopping at Goodwill and getting a thrifted coat is a bad thing. Macklemore said it. He wanted to pop some tags, and he had a #1 hit song, you moron. Get out of the comments and say something and mean something. What is
you seen how long it take him to get that response?
And monster drinking moron. Look at him. Aaron Wallace. Nobody likes that kid. He's the worst. He punches holes in his trailer for sure. It's not even a question. You know what I'm saying? Just holes everywhere. Yeah. He's got Cheeto stains on his fingers right now. I guarantee it. You need to go ahead and wash them hands, player. Anyways, so what was I saying?
Because it's Elmo. What?
Yeah.
They jumped your boy.
Stephen E. gets beat up. He's not even a wrestler. He's a manager. And except at FanFest, he's actually going to wrestle. It's going to be him and Attila Khan versus Dangerous Doug Gilbert and Tommy Wildfire Rich. What a time to be alive in 2026. I didn't mean to rhyme just there, but I did it. So, but he beat up Stephen E., and so we called him out. And since then, I've been calling him out. And, he shared a lot of my stuff in the beginning, and he was responding a little bit on X. And then he just started getting quiet. And usually when you do that, that means you're scared. You're terrified. And Teddy Long, it sounds like he cornered him in Vegas and was like, you're going to have to do something about this. And so now here we are. I think it's odd that they are choosing to let me know the stipulation night of, which just means they already know what it is, so they're prepared for it. And then I'm going to have zero time to come up with the game plan. So
cowards.
Yeah, exactly, dude. So I don't know. I don't actually care what it is. Like, we could do unsanctioned. We could do, false count anywhere. We could do, I don't care. We could do a Teddy Long on a pole match. I don't give a shit what it is.
Teddy on a forklift.
I don't care. Yeah, dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Buff Bagwell's there. We could put him on a forklift. He could play the role of Judy Bagwell. And, why not? You know what I mean? Like, it's same, but different. It's 2026. It's like the sequel, but it'll be better this time. I don't care what the match is. It doesn't matter because I've gotten to this point, and I am going to beat JBL, and I'm going to take that dude's legacy and make it mine. When I beat him, I will then be better than Eddie Guerrero. You know?
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Ooh.
No, say it. Say it. Say I'm better than Eddie Guerrero. Say it. I know, it's hard, right? It's hard to admit the truth sometimes. It's okay.
So
I'm here to help you. I'm
You are
here
the
to
star of the
help
show.
you.
You are star of the show. You are the star of the show. I'm not mad that you
That's
said
fair.
it. I'm not mad you said it.
That's fair. Well, I haven't beaten him yet, so so I'm like, I'm as good as Eddie Guerrero right now. I'll be better than him when I beat JBL. Yeah, I wonder what match it is, Herb.
You got to
troll. You internet rage-baiting troll. How are you that good at being a troll at 80? In your 80. I don't know how old he is. He's like, what, 64, 85? I don't know, dude. You've been around forever, you vampire.
Lord.
Oh,
You didn't know Eddie Guerrero personally, you idiot. You don't even have friends. Your profile picture is you in a puppet, bro. That's a dead giveaway. You don't even have a girlfriend. You can name your left hand all day long, but she's not a real person. You see what I'm saying?
The left hand's a sock.
Yeah, dude. Come on. Get a hobby and some friends. Go to
Eddie
a
Guerrero have a
YMCA
talking
and
doll?
take a spin class with some senior citizens and shut up.
Dang.
Glenn, after your victory Saturday, we're going to get a beer.
Well, I haven't drank in 3 years, so my
Okay, well,
body
you
is
can drink a
temple.
soft drink, I'll get a beer.
You can drink, and I'll take a gummy or something, you know?
There you go. There you go.
I got it.
Trouble.
Attaboy. Yeah. Attaboy. I knew that
There we go.
pop you. You
There we go.
Oh, 100%, 100%, dude, 100%.
I need to find that's my next sponsor I'm looking for. If anybody works at a weed store, holler at your boy, okay? Imagine the big nasty strain, you know what I'm saying? I've thought about this.
Nasty
We're going to
bubble.
make it happen. That's the next one. Let me face JBL and then we'll manifest that, you know?
The back of the package says, "Nasty bird."
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Hey,
It just tastes like red hot riplets.
hey, see, you might want to hit that
I got you. I got you. I got you.
and the one before
Oh,
it too. I don't know if you got it.
What? Oh, hold on. I can get
When
there.
you get older, you'll get smarter. I hope. Wow.
I'm a genius now, so if I get smarter, that's a problem for everybody around me. What does
Mr.
this
Cool.
idiot want?
Somebody's still salty apparently from the We Talk Wrestling segment. So.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, we talk wrestling live. Where
Yeah.
Well,
Where
in all fairness, though, you did smack him with the plaque. So I mean,
Hey,
Yeah,
does that-
well, I just wanted him to get an like that's the closest he'll ever get to getting a plaque like that because he never graduated. He's untrained, he's unsafe. I'm a graduate, I have prestige. He is a moron. So I went ahead and put it in the back of his head so maybe it would make him a little smarter and jumble that brain up. At least the imprint of the Ace Wrestling Academy can be like almost a temporary tattoo since he's not going to get a plaque because he never finished. He quit like a quitter because that's what quitters do. They quit and then they get jealous of their friends when they have better success than they do. And then I got the plaque and you didn't, you idiot, and I'm better than you. And then I reminded him a second time. Because he tried being a hero for Granite City, which doesn't make any sense. That place sucks, dude. Who wants to be a hero there? You know what I mean?
wow.
he's not wrong on that one. You're
Yeah, dude, I'm not wrong
at all.
I've never lied.
At all, no.
Just people don't like hearing the truth in the way that I say it. It's all right. Again, accepting the truth is hard, and I'm here to help you. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
let's
me and Glenn are right here. Right
Yeah.
here.
My dog. Yeah.
So I'm just going to take this back way back. We're
go.
probably maybe even like growing up, maybe going through school or what have not. So I'm just kind of curious. Did it ever? I mean, was getting in front of speaking in front of people ever a fear, or getting on the microphone ever a fear? Like how did you?
No.
How did you come across that you wanted to at least entertain in a way that you do? Because obviously we're going to get to your previous form of entertainment here in a bit, but was it ever any type of hindrance or any type of hurdle to get over just to get in front of people on a microphone or just to be on stage?
Not really. My dad was a psychopath and was just like a crazy personality. I've never met anyone like him still to this day. Insane. I'm as close as it gets to that guy, which is why I'm insane. And so he did a little bit of everything. And, like my grandpa was a Pentecostal pastor. So, I mean, since I was a kid, like all of them would be on stage singing and stuff like that. And so I just like naturally thought that's what you're supposed to do. I was a kid. I played drums. I was playing drums in church. I was singing in church. My dad had a radio show. I was on that with him. Like, since I was a kid, I was just kind of always in these things. And I was a huge fan. Honestly, my first love more than anything was comedy. Stand-up comedy, like SNL in that peak like 80s, 90s era, I think was just goated in my opinion. And Chris Farley was my idol. Obviously, at the time when you're a kid and you're 7, 8 years old, you don't know that the dude is just doing the most blow and hookers possible. But like, you laugh at his work and appreciate the work. And so, like, and I was always a fat kid, so I was like, oh shit, like I could do that. That's sick. And then I saw the physical comedy and the pops he was getting from that, and so I would go do that kind of stuff, with my friends and family and get a reaction. So my first love was to do sketch comedy or get on SNL, and then I got a drum set, started playing music, and then music just kind of took over and engulfed my life. But no, I mean, I've been in front of people and crowds since I was a kid, like 4 or 5 years old. And even to the point that when I was in high school, they gave me the task and job for 2.5 years of emceeing all of the school assemblies. So they gave me a live mic in front of like 1,000 or 2,000 of my friends and peers, and it was a wild ride. Obviously, I couldn't say stuff, and I kept it professional. But what an opportunity! That was super fun. Shout out to there's a band that is legendary in St. Louis called Fragile Porcelain Mice. And if you've never heard of them, they were coming up around the same time as The Urge. They did a lot of great stuff. And Scott Randall, the lead singer of that band, was my history teacher, and he ended up he was the one that really leaned into embracing me being me. Like, obviously, I'm not like everybody else. I'm always the weird, odd one. I mean, it's just how I've been my whole life, and it's not on purpose. I just am crazy. And so he let me get out there and be myself, and he and gave me an opportunity to do stuff like that. And I don't know, I've always gotten a kick out of making people laugh or boo or cry or whatever. I just enjoy entertaining. I enjoy being in front, and it's cathartic for me. It feels natural. I feel at home.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm just picturing if like Halloween, like if I saw like a 7 or 8 year old Matt Foley going around, that would have been so funny.
Yeah, dude. I cried when Chris Farley died for sure. So that's
dude.
I'll
tell you. I was gonna say one of the most underrated movies of Chris Farley and his Almost Heroes. That movie does not get enough credit.
One of my favorite. Yeah, dude. 1,000,000%. I quote that to this day. Randomly, I will just be doing nothing and going, I name this here fork Pittsburgh Nelly. Yeah, dude.
One of my favorite lines, like, "Come on, you damn bird, come and get me."
I love it. Yeah, dude, the whole thing's amazing.
It's one of my favorites too.
Shoot. Let's see. I want to see. I'm throwing up a tag. Who's going to tag me in on this next question?
Hey, hold on. Here we go. I'm waiting for this one.
I kind of. Oh, what?
I don't know.
He said
you're kind of resembled.
I think he's trying to.
He's saying he resembles Chris Farley.
Oh, so you look like you're super fat and do blowing hookers, but you don't. You just live alone. That's awesome, dude. That's great.
No, he has the puppet. He doesn't live alone. He has that puppet.
That's fair. Yeah. Well, I mean, Chris Farley's dead. So is he saying he looks dead? I'm confused.
Oh, I could go with that one.
Yeah.
So it's really something you and I have in common to a degree. Yeah. My dad was crazy. He was a character in himself, and I'm learning to. I have a different relationship with my father than most people do. Learning to love him at an older age instead of because we combated. We're too much alike, right? But one of the things that I remember growing up is because my dad was a sound engineer, so he did shows, concerts, all that kind of stuff. Was all over the United States, Canada, etc. I then started doing rigging and lighting for him in his last years, doing the last concerts and stuff. So we come from that same world of that stardom, seeing the boom, seeing the big lights and all that kind of stuff. And now having to learn it from this side, what are things that you took away from your band world in stardom and moved over now into the Glenn William Big Nasty we see today? Because that's where I'm having my, finding my footing kind of thing.
And for me, it's like two totally different stories, right? Like when you're the front man of a band, and especially then, I'm 19, I'm 20, fresh out of high school. We got a big crowd. Like minimum crowd for us is like 500-600 people. That was a slow night. We were putting 1,200-1,300 people in pops regularly.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, we were throwing the fuck down. I mean, we were coming up with bands like Brook Royal. They were some of our mentors. Modern Day Zero, those guys took care of us. There's a band still out right now, Murdering, from that era, which was Fivefold, Inimical Drive. We were around with some Copperview. We were around with some heavy hitters, Cavo, when they were popping off and getting signed. Like we were all in the same like family and group, like, and kind of just and you know what? I will say this. Being the front man of a band, your job is to get people hyped the whole time. Like, as a bad guy in wrestling, I have a job to do. It's just a little bit different. And so I think the one thing that I maybe have learned or tried to really embrace the last couple of years, now that I'm kind of getting more reps, getting more confident, is like, it's the same thing with your songs. Like, if you rehearse 1,000 times and you know your stuff and you're prepared, it's easier to, in the concert, be in the moment, so you don't miss some of these, like, that's where the magic lies at a concert, is being able to be hyper aware of the crowd and the energy in the crowd, and kind of like play to the people that are giving you the most, right? Like, you got to embrace that, and it just kind of keeps building and going from there. And it's the same thing with wrestling, but the problem is that too many people are worried about what moves they want to do, and this move, and I'm supposed to do this move and this move and this move, and they're wrestling for themselves, and they think they're wrestling for the crowd, but they're not. They're wrestling so they can go, man, that moonsault was fucking cool. Like, you got to be able to get locked in the moment and tap into the crowd. Like, that's what matters. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So just being able to be prepared and know exactly what I want to do, so when I'm in there, I can be very aware in the moment and change things if I need to, or just to be able to do crowd work, like just to be able to take that time and know who I'm going to go after. That's why I take my time when I walk out. I'm just getting a feel for the room, you know what I mean? And that's what all the reps of playing music has probably gifted me the most, is being able to kind of read a room and get a feel for the room, like, immediately. It's just kind of like a system that I've built in. So I feel like I'm able to have, like, kind of untouchable crowd work because I've been doing this for so long. And all of the psychology and principles are all the same. It's just a different way of applying it. It's a different strategy whenever you're executing it. That's all it is. But I've taken a lot from music. And the other thing is like, when I got in the music scene, the music scene in St. Louis was kind of splintered and kind of dying, and there was a resurgence of bands that really built it back up. And it was a testament to prove that, like, a lot of big personalities and a lot of big groups can work together and make a place better than it was when they found it. And that's kind of, I feel like me and a few people are spearheading a movement in St. Louis where there was a time where nobody thought that you would see some of the things that you're seeing today in 2026. And I like to pride myself on being one of those people that were like, hey, man, I know there's a lot of crap that exists prior to us, but, like, there's a lot of really great talent everywhere. There's no reason why we can't mix and mingle and make stuff make sense and have some fun and give people what they deserve. I mean, and to that point, any given night, there could be 6 promotions within 50, 100, 150 miles of each other, and they're all sold out. So I feel like right now, St. Louis scene is getting built back to a level that it should be. Like, if you think back to, and I know it's a different era and different times, because obviously there are larger companies and larger things that move at a degree that, like, it just didn't exist back when they had territories. So to think, like, of the massive names that came through St. Louis back in, like, Wrestling at the Chase, like, I don't see why we couldn't have crowds that size anymore. Yeah, like, we've got so many heavy hitters that have done so much stuff and have so much promise, and like, it's crazy to think, like, we should be able to pull several thousand people just off of a Super St. Louis show. And that's what I would like to see happen. That's what I would love to see, like, just an absolute supercard of St. Louis wrestling, with all the generations mixing together and making something crazy happen, because why not? Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, we're all going to die one day. It doesn't matter. Like, why can't we just try to have the coolest moment possible? And I just like being one of the guys that's vocal and trying to make that happen and leave it better than I found it.
Bro,
well, I know me and Ruby alone have all, and Z as well, have all wanted to see that happen. And the biggest issue is always going to be you're going to have the one person who's going to have that ego, and it pretty much blows everything else up.
Well, I know
And
it's tough. It's everybody wants to win, right? Everybody wants like it. I think the biggest problem is that everybody that maybe runs their own promotions, it's safe to say and fair to say that they have a very high level of passion and love for what they do and for pro wrestling. The thing about pro wrestling is that there is a base and a formula that you can follow to be successful, at least for throwing matches or booking a card or those kinds of things. There's like a template and bullet points that you can hit and be successful, but like also it's subjective, it's art. So you can kind of like, you get the paintbrush, and when you have a lot of people trying to paint a picture, it's hard to get the same vision for it. And I get that. And so, you know, I think it can exist. I think it is possible. I think that I think there's a momentum happening right now in pro wrestling in general, but also in the St. Louis area where it's just getting hotter and hotter.
I mean, my point. Yeah, I know. My point was before you rudely interrupted me. This is something that.
Talking first.
Man, what last 2 years FanFest, Glenn? You and I have talked about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You and I have talked to Herb Simmons all 3 years prior. Like I've been dying to see this. This is what I want to see in professional wrestling. I said it on here one time that the only way WrestleMania is going to get cooler is not for them to add in the celebrities, not for them. And I'm cool with celebrities. I'm not a dude that's like completely against bringing celebrities into anything, right? But I'm going to use WWE as a focal point for what I want to, what I hope, what I can't wait to see happen to the St. Louis area with these supercars like SICW FanFest and what could be, because this year it's going to be that. Like it's going to be exactly what it should be and what it could be. But the cool thing about it is if WrestleMania became the show that all the big indie promotion or the big promotions, TNA, AEW, all flock to have that one match, and you know wherever it is, Saudi, it doesn't matter if it's in Vegas, it doesn't, you know, wherever they put it, like they do it as a flock thing. The impact of that alone is going to be so much more than a commercial break or a celebrity coming to hang out. Now, like I said, celebrities are cool. There's great wrestling celebrities that I deserve to be in things. We can do that in a local area in St. Louis, rebranding what was once a great wrestling city and still has that heritage. So I can't wait to see it because this is something that I've been pumped for from day one of entering.
Yeah, I think that FanFest, like, look, SICW has its lane, and we are old school wrestling. I mean, Herb has the vault and the tapes. Like, he was there and involved in wrestling at the Chase. Like, it is to keep that legacy alive for as long as possible because it was something special. It still is something special. People still talk about it to this day, and I don't know that they'll ever stop talking about it. And so to know that I get to be a part of that legacy means a lot. And I take pride in learning from guys like Bob Orton and all these legends that come in and all these guys that learned from Harley and learned from all these legends and did TV and wrestled all these guys back in the day. Like, I've had a lot of really great knowledge thrown on me. And so there's a lot of wrestling fans that have an appetite for old school wrestling. And so we're feeding them that. And, you know, getting all the legends in and being able to interject them into the FanFest this year, the way that they're being used, this is going to, I'm telling you, if you've been to any of the other FanFests, or maybe you were thinking about going and didn't, this one, I'm not just saying this, it is absolutely cannot miss. You can't miss it. Like, you're going to see the footage after, I'm telling you, when you see all the stuff that happens, you are going to be like, damn, I should have been there. Because things are going to happen that have never happened before. They may never happen again. It's going to be a crazy combination of generations and of legends from different eras and people right here and right now. It's going to be an absolute, like, cosmic perfect storm for professional wrestling that night. And it's going to be beautiful. And it's going to be amazing. And, you know, with all the talk about WrestleMania and kind of WWE in general, like, I think the problem right now more than anything is that there's so much, like, pro wrestling is hotter than it's ever been, but it's also more oversaturated than it has ever been. Like, there is so many promotions. Every major city's got 10 or more promotions within driving distance. Like, there's tons of like TV promotions. There's stuff in every country, right? And then, like, so with the way that content goes, you have to put so much stuff out. Like, my theory is that sometimes, like if you go to the Attitude Era, it's so beloved, even Ruthless Aggression Era, like they didn't put that much stuff. It's hard to keep up. It's too much of a demand, and there's too much stuff. Everyone is overwhelmed and oversaturated, on top of the fact that now everyone's sitting in the seats to press record on their phone so they can get their clips on their phone from their POV to put on their TikTok so they can make 5 cents off of their video, instead of sitting there and actually like watching the show and being into it 100% fully submersed into it. And we're in this weird like swing and upswing in WWE where it's not hard to see. Like, there is a new generation coming in, and we're losing a generation that we've been attached to, that we've been watching since we were kids. So it's a weird feeling. It's not hitting because now we are being forced to accept the fact that there's a lot of new people coming in that are going to have to try to earn that spot. And some of them are going to hit, and some of them won't. Some of them will get released, and they'll, you know what I mean? And that's just kind of the way it goes. And hopefully some of these new people can capture the audience, like Obafemi right now. They've got lightning in a bottle. Hopefully he can keep that momentum and ride that wave for a few years. Braun Breaker's another one. Trick Williams is another one. Like, it's promising, but it's going to take time. It's just like 2002 OVW guys coming in all over again. Like, it is a new crop. It happens all the time. And so, it's hard to compete with Finish the Story and Bloodline packed together back to back. Like, that was a perfect storm of storytelling for like 4.5 years. You can't compare it. You can't keep waiting for that. Like, something's going to happen that'll catch on, but it may take a couple years. You know what I mean? And then you add in all the factors with TKO outpricing people, and you're getting a lot of casual fans, and then you have a lot of people that think they know everything. So it's a weird clash right now, because back when we started watching, everybody didn't think they knew everything. Like, you weren't in on it. You had to. There was still like a big veil there, and now that veil's kind of lifted, and it's a different way of having to get you like captured to really like to capture that magic. It can happen every now and then, but it's so hard because there's just so much stuff. So I hope that people can like stop thinking that they're in on it and know so much, so we can just get back to being fans. Because when you're being critical of it, you're not allowing yourself to enjoy it for what it is, which is an entertaining escape. Like, you're supposed to. It's like a concert. Do you go there? Like, do you go to a concert and like critique Taylor Swift's set, or are you like, oh my god, I can't fucking believe she's playing this? Like, why can't you just do that for? Why can't you do that for wrestling? Like, oh my god, I can't believe I just saw a 5th Canadian Destroyer. Like, why can't you just be surprised? You know what I mean? Or, oh my god, that match is happening? No way. Like, it's you know what I'm saying?
So time out on the set stuff. As a guy that used to do rigging, yes, I'm going to compliment the set.
1,000%. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh wow, I don't know if I'd have put that song there. That's great.
I wish more like the older indie, like the new, the indie promotions, the not big, when the bigger indie promotions, that they would do more like crazy sets with the trusts and stuff. I hate the video wall of all the corporate wrestling, AEW, WWE, like TNA, like just a flat video wall. What?
I think some of these places do, but it's not here. So I mean, again, like to the point earlier, like, man, wouldn't that be sweet if St. Louis was hot enough where like somebody could justify doing that? It's a major expense to add that kind of stuff, but you got places like House of Glory that are doing it, ACW that's doing it, Reality of Wrestling is doing it.
Right.
I mean, they've got the demand where they can meet that need and use that kind of production. You know what I mean? So you just have to get it to that point. So if you're a wrestling fan, start going to more indie shows. Let's pack the place out and let's get it to that point.
Yeah, absolutely. Austin Cage, I believe, did you have something for going next?
So when I did work, a lot of the territory was the old Memphis territory, like Louisville and Evansville, Indiana, at the Coliseum. A lot of times, Tracy Smothers, Dirty Dutch, I'd always talk to them, mainly Tracy, because Tracy was always a field of knowledge. They always told me to travel as much as I can. Outside of St. Louis, is there anywhere else you go to, really?
Well, I have kind of hit all the spots I've been to have just been in the central area of like the Midwest, right? So Missouri, been to tons of cities in Missouri for several different promotions. I've been to Iowa. I've been to Arkansas. A bunch of places in Illinois. But I started realizing that a lot of people will just take any show and just drive and are willing to lose a lot of money just for the experience. And I was like, yeah, that's cool and all, but I have a really good thing going and really good momentum at this company here in St. Louis, because now I'm the prominent act at SICW. It's not even close. You guys could try to tell me someone else is, but you'd be lying. And so I'm the face of this company now, going on for 3 years. And to me, I could just get quality bookings around this area here and really hone my craft. And now it's parlayed all the momentum into, I've got a match with JBL. I'm in this talk segment with Teddy Long. So now I feel like capturing the footage the right way, like I'm going to, and making sure that I get the moments and have everything. Like, I don't think it's going to be hard to get booked on some bigger promotions where it's worth my time to travel out of a state, right? Like, you know, where somebody in the beginnings wanting to pay me $40 to drive 250 miles, and at the time I had a shittier car, so I'd have to like get a rental and then pay for gas. So I'm not making any money. It's like, well, you got to get your experience, pay your dues. No, that's stupid. I have kids to feed. I'll figure it out a different way. And so everyone has their own path and is free to do it the way they want. But I've got my eyes, like my plan is this. I would love to parlay all of this into some of the places I just said. I'd love to wrestle for GCW. I would love to wrestle for House of Glory, Wrestling Revolver. Like, I want to hit the major indies. I'd love to get to MLW. Like, I think there's a lot of places that put on not just great matches, but like, you know, man, wouldn't it be cool to get to a point where even some of these promotions are throwing some like feuds across multiple promotions? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much big talent on the indies. Why can't 4 or 5 of these places run the same match, where it's a storyline and a thread throughout, and everyone's sharing the metrics? Like, that's how it should be. Like, it can be different. It doesn't always have to be like, I don't know how many more dream matches we can get, right? Like, you know, I mean, we're getting one with me and JBL, but it's like, I don't know how many more dream matches we can get outside of, you know, the matches I have. So, yeah. But I don't know. I'm willing to go anywhere, but it has to be like, it has to make sense. I'm not going to go for free, and I'm not going to waste my time. My talent is worth more than that, and I'll stand on that. But I would love to travel everywhere, and I'd love to hit I'd love to go out of the country. I'd love to go to Puerto Rico too. I'd love to go, you know, to the UK. I'd love to get to Japan one day. But, you know, for the time being, I'm really just trying to eye those bigger like promotions that do kind of travel and hit multiple cities and multiple states on that bigger level, because I feel like I'm ready for that and I can handle it. So that's my plan.
There you go.
So I'll go ahead and throw in something here, because I mean, you're throwing you know, of course, you coming out of the Ace Wrestling Academy. I mean, within the last few years, we've had some names, at least to us, we feel that have been that have really exceeded their expectations, which obviously you being one of them. Another one being Strictly Business, Brandon Beretta, the current champion there. Going on a hot track, going anywhere possible. You got Italian Grid Joe Vanetti that's in there. And then let's not forget about Lilith Khan, who's going just about everywhere possible.
Killing it.
So those are probably the most prominent graduates within the last few years out of the Ace Wrestling Academy. And of course, we still got students going in, so we don't know who the next star is. But I mean, I remember you when you had your opportunity, when you were first getting in. You were picking fights with with Big Tex in here, as far as like, you know, taking clotheslines and everything else. And next thing you know, the first time you take a clothesline, you're knocked the hell out. And then
yeah, he clotheslines me, pins me. First of all, I called him out for lariat versus lariat. The bell rings. I run off the ropes and give him a lariat, and bounced off of him, which did nothing for him, and it hurt my arm. And so I'm grabbing on my arm. I turn around, and he lariats me, pins me 1, 2, 3. They wave his hand. Drew does an outro to the commercials, and then the commercials run for about 3 minutes, and they come back, and I'm still getting peeled out of the ring after the commercial break. So yeah, my first like real big moment was me getting absolutely murdered by Big Texan, because I was like, oh, I can do this all day long, and they're like, how's this guy getting camera time? So. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and let me tell you, nothing shakes your entire frame like a clothesline from the Big Texan, and even with a guy like me,
Yeah,
I
it's like
mean,
getting hit
it's just
by a
like,
bus
oh,
with
you know,
arms. Yeah.
like you just hit a tremor or something.
Or you wrestled a grizzly bear and lost, because that's what it's like. He's got frying pans for hands. It sucks. I know, because last night my chest was the recipient of chops, about 50 of them, probably 25 apiece from him and Bobby D. Those guys are assholes. Thanks a lot. I am sore today. So, yeah.
Dude, when I was 20, I took a chop from the Big Show. And
that's amazing.
I tried.
How'd that feel?
I tried not to cry. Oh, dude, it took everything I had not to cry. I'm not gonna lie.
Be honest. Did you pee a little?
No, but I Spinkford, like, my butthole tightened. I'm not gonna lie.
1,000%. Mine would have been tight the second I knew it was going to happen. So,
one of my friends.
Half of it is the scared, like the I don't know, just like the tension.
You don't know what's coming.
Happening. Yeah, you're like, oh fuck, dude. And then you're like, dude, I don't even know how bad this. I know it's going to be bad, but like how bad? And then it hits you, and you're like, it was so much worse. It was so much.
Most people's mistake is they want to tighten up like this. It's like, no, you loosen up. But I didn't know that at the time. I wasn't a worker or anything. I was just a fan.
I still tighten up, and it you know, it is what it is.
Because one of my friends was trying out for FCW, and like I'm just sitting out in the crowd watching them work or train or whatever. He's like, "Hey kid, come here." I'm like, "Oh shit."
Oh, no.
He said he gets me in the corner, just lifts up my shirt over my head, and is just.
That's amazing.
God, Lord, yeah.
Yeah.
It's nothing worse with getting hit in a muscle area that's already contracted, because then it could tense up even more. That's why you never do that.
I can't help but tense up. I mean, I don't know. Most of the time I absorb it, but like sometimes I'm like, dude, fuck. I'll whisper, "Fuck you." You know what I mean? Because it hurts. Yeah. You can't. It.
No, but they hit your damn nipple. That's what hurts. When they catch your nipple with like one of the end of your fingers. That's what hurts.
Dude, it's like a paper cut for a second.
Yes.
It sucks. It sucks so bad. Yeah. It's like a rug burn on your nipple. Yeah. Not fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
That's my dog right there.
Last night you've actually gotten. I mean, I'm probably getting a little sidetracked off of that. I'll come back to my question because we got to touch on. You actually had a match last night.
Yeah.
In Columbia, Illinois, I believe.
Correct.
Yeah.
Where you and Tony Flood defended your tag title against the Big Texan and Bobby
Still
D.
the champs. Still the
and
champs.
Apparently, yeah. So yeah, you guys still won, but looks like you took a lot of that the punishment, the heat in that one.
Well, look, we brawled because those guys have no integrity and they attacked us from behind before the bell rang. I was talking to the crowd, I told the guy that he eats hot dogs for the shape, not for the taste. And so, yeah. Well, he was running his mouth. That's what you get when you yell at me at a wrestling show. I'm going to carve you up. I hear it all. So they attacked us from behind and just jumped us, and then we regained a little momentum. And then I just got sick of dealing with it. I was like, you know what? I'm sick of this. I hit Bobby with some idiot's crutch that was in the crowd. I stole that from him and then hit Bobby in the back and then kicked him in the face. And then Texan jumped us from behind again. So, we're still the champs. I'm sore today. I think they're trying to weaken me. I think Herb sicked them on me because he's trying to ensure that JBL beats me at FanFest. I've been telling everyone that FanFest is really just a conspiracy to make me they're trying to embarrass me, but it's not going to happen. I'm going to make a moment that lasts forever. They can send whoever they want to try to face me and fight me and soften me up, but I stay hard out here in these streets, okay? I don't get soft. I am ready to face JBL and slap the lips off of his dumb ass to whoever's sitting in the last row at FanFest 4, and that's exactly what's going to happen. I may be sore, but I'll be recovered by then. And, I've taken a bunch of chops before. It's all right. I've taken a bunch of suplexes. I've made a career so far, Ruby, off of getting my ass kicked and stealing the win, and I'm going to continue to do that for the rest of time.
Okay, so I'm going to backtrack just a little bit, Ruby, before
Sure.
You go to your question to continue, because Herb posted this earlier about our conversation about what old school, new school, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What do you guys think the old school days work, or why do you think the old school days worked so well?
I think because the internet didn't exist. I think that in that era, without the internet, you were able to, without the internet, you had to, all the stars had no choice but to tour and hit all the rounds of all the territories. So it like now you have WWE. So when it's a combo. It's when Vince went to cable and took everybody and made a super roster, and the internet. And when you put those together, now things are ran at such a high level. Like the second somebody starts getting momentum, somebody signs them. And so the independents have always suffered for that, because the independents is full of up-and-comers and then people that got released. And although those people are getting released and putting on good quality stuff, like they'll thrive for a while, but eventually they always go back because that's a grind. And it's almost unsustainable for some people. It's a lot easier to just go collect a paycheck and go on TV once or twice a week and live that lifestyle and do a couple of appearances, as opposed to do all of your bookings and travel and do all your meet and greets and get your merch settled and bring it with you and sell it yourself. And like, when you're on TV, they have all that shit taken care of for you. And so I think back in the day, everything, like, it was like booking an attraction, you know what I mean? And that, I think the indies lack attractions. I think everybody is so worried about the goddamn moves now. They're not worried about making themselves a complete package or an attraction, but not just that, like working on having a chemistry to actually tell a damn story. Everybody's worried about a dream match and not worried about what makes dream matches dream matches. Like, yeah, it's cool to watch these guys go, but also, like, you can see that shit anywhere. Like, give me something that I can emotionally get invested in, and I think that that's what the territories are able to do. They were able to run stories and get you invested, and what's funny is the territories were all probably running similar stories, but nobody knew about it. They were just being entertained. They weren't looking for dirt sheets. They weren't looking for spoilers. They weren't looking for stuff to get leaked. They weren't looking to know. Like, back then, you went to be entertained, and you watched the show, and it entertained you, and you were like, damn, that was awesome. Like, it's that easy.
I can't wait till next week.
It's that easy. Exactly. You had to come back and see it. And now the internet, it's like why are we leaking shit before a show, dude? Like, I don't know. It's no different that, like, I get pissed if I want to go, if I'm following along on season 5 of something, and if somebody's watched an episode I haven't seen yet and I hear a piece of it, like, I don't want to know that. I don't want to know who wins or who's rumored to show up. I don't ruin the surprise for me. And that's, then you could do surprises. And then everybody didn't know. They didn't think they knew the ins and outs of the wrestling business. People nowadays hear some terms and think that they're an insider. There's a lot of people that are not credible enough to have a fucking opinion in this business, but we allow it and keep pandering to it. I think you guys have all been involved in the business long enough that you have a credible opinion, right? And you're directly affecting your local scene. Totally different situation. A lot of these people are paying for tickets and going to these shows and getting their little POVs from their seats and think that they have that gives them,
credibility,
an opportunity to go on and be credible to say anything. And they're just saying, they're being, and what's funny is if you really pay attention, you can see who's just responding as a fan. And they think they know stuff because they're saying terms, but they're really still being emotionally manipulated. And they don't even know that they're being worked, and it's fucking funny. And so,
That's what I call bums in mom's basement.
Yeah, man. I think that it's hard right now. It's almost harder to really, like, find your way in today's stuff because it's oversaturated. Like, back then, the business was protected, and not everybody could just go to a school and get in a promotion. And so I think that's another part of it. I think that back then, guys, like, you had legit tough guys, because they were protecting the business. They had to. Like, if you wrestled for a territory and you went out to a bar and someone challenged you in a bar fight and you got beat up, you got fired from that promotion because there was no believability from then on. You ruined what the allure was, right? Like, you gotta look and be able to whip the fans' ass for them to believe you, right? Like, that's, Greg Valentine, Cody Rhodes said it on the podcast, that Greg Valentine told them, do you know why we work out? So we look like we can beat up the marks. Like, that's like that. It's a believability. And so I think the business was protected more back then. I think the business was angling at different things. Like, when you incorporate TV, it's being looked at and presented in a totally different way than it was when it was just shows in the moment right there. It's a different style altogether. It's a different set of rules and plans and everything altogether. I mean, back then it was probably really easy because you didn't have all of those factors at play. You could literally just go and it was about the craft and the crowd and the moment, and you were able to just cook and be in the moment. You didn't have phones. People were just watching and smoking cigars and drinking beers and having a good-ass time. And so I would love it if wrestling fans could just allow themselves to get to that point again and just go and sit and enjoy it. But unfortunately, I don't know if that's going to be able to happen. Like, it's so much stuff. There's so much content, and everybody thinks that they have to be a content creator and really aren't interesting and just need to accept that. It's okay to just be a fan. You know what I mean? Just be a fan and enjoy it. So, I don't know. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I mean, I think people have to go through certain levels to get involved in this business to at least to me form an opinion. I mean, instead of just coming in as an outsider and thinking that you got this thing, within a grasp, and you really don't, because like I said, I was still, like I said, I got in '96. Internet was just coming in. I mean, through dial-up.
God, you're
and
old.
yeah, will you shut the hell up? And guys are such jerks. But I mean, but my point is that it wasn't widespread. I mean, you barely found a way to get information even within, and even within it didn't leak out. I mean, of course, probably 4 years later, technology boom, and it's just like that. You're seeing documentaries on A&E about the real untold story about professional wrestling and all this other stuff, all because, some kid, killed his brother with a power bomb and all that, and then Rock had to go testify and tell him what it really was because somebody killed their brother, to save face. So it kind of sucks with that.
Well, I think also now, like, it's kind of interesting too, because you have to really be good now to get noticed. You can't have any flaws in your game. You can't just be like pretty good in the ring and that's enough. Like, everybody thinks that they know everything, and because of that, like, you can play that to your strengths. Like, I think the true testament to how good you really are is, although not all, but let's say like 75% of the crowd is in on it. They think that they know, like, how this works and what's going on. The true testament is that while they're being critics and criticizing what they're watching, when you can get them to forget that and get them to be involved into it so much that they become a fan for your match. When you can do that, that's when you're like, you got it. That's when you're one of the good ones, one of the great ones that can be on TV and can be in the main event scene of stuff. Like, when you can get them to forget that this is they think that they know everything and just enjoy it. Like, that's, if, a lot of people are coming out here worried about just moves, and that's not going to cut it. You know what I mean? There's 1,000 people that can do dives and flips, and if you get hurt, there's 1,000 people that are ready to take that spot. And no matter what, when you guys are all done doing that in the mid card and the opening card, I'll be in the main event, entertaining the crowd. I'm the one that talked them into the building, and you guys can keep doing all that stuff and get them to go, ooh, that was neat. But what they're going to do is they're going to be emotionally invested in what I'm doing, and they're going to be talking about what I did on the way home. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this game is supposed to be about, is getting an emotional connection and taking them on a ride. And that's what I feel like I've gotten really good at doing over the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, and that's why you go to a credible institute or wrestling school like the Ace Wrestling Academy, or anybody that, because like you said,
the school that Justin Poole quit from. Is that what you're saying? Ace Wrestling Academy, the one that Justin Poole never graduated from, but I did. The one that I got a plaque from that Justin Poole didn't. Hey, did Brandon get a plaque, guys? Did Joe Vanetti get a plaque, guys?
Yeah.
Did Lilith Kahn get it? You know who didn't get a plaque?
Correct.
Justin Poole. Justin Poole didn't get a plaque. All right, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. Keep talking.
Jeez, my God.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, but the whole point is that there's a lot to this game. I mean, if you're going to be in the ring, there is a lot of elements besides moves, and you have to learn. That's all. You have to be a sponge. You have to absorb. You cannot. You got to keep your eyes wide open, your ears wide open, your mouth shut. And you've got to do that until you have got the okay, and you've got that plaque, and you're being booked on shows. And then even at that point, you're at the mercy of whoever's booking the show. So, I mean, still, I mean, it's a learning game. And if you think you know everything, or if you just want to, you think it's not for you, then you need to, I mean, not just quit the academy, but you need to kind of reevaluate how you think you really want to be in this business. So
yeah, I think a lot of people also, when they come in and they're starting, a lot of people try to play a character, and there's even people on TV, you can visibly see it feels like they're trying to pretend to be something that they're not. You can just be yourself, and you're not like, you can tell that you're not trying to remember, like, oh, am I supposed to be here? Like, where it doesn't look like a choreographed dance, and those kinds of things are supposed to look like a fight. It's supposed to be a little sloppy sometimes. It's supposed, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I think my stuff hits, is because I am not playing a character at all. Who you have in front of you right now is who you have in front of you when we're in person. Whether it's on camera, off camera, I'm the same guy. I just have a free pass to say and do whatever the hell I want when I'm in front of the camera and have a microphone. That's just the difference. So it's my outlet. I let it out,
See? I told you that me and this guy are separated at birth. I'm telling you.
That's right.
Me and you are exactly alike.
Long lost twins, baby.
Telling you.
No, I hate this. I hate to be the one that messes up Big Nasty's order for food. I mean, I would hate to be the one.
Right.
So,
yeah. Yeah, it would be a nasty burn in that kitchen. No, yeah, no, I'm pretty chill. I usually have to tell my wife to relax, that I'll take care of it, and then I'm like, hey guys, you are getting me fucking yelled at right now. Can you just give me the correct stuff?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, you get all the way home, they got the right order. She's like, they get your order fucking right, but they don't get mine right. What the fuck? That's what my wife's like.
I'm driving back right now.
Yeah. Hey, so speaking of your nasty talk segment at FanFest 4, you've got a couple of sponsors here. Let's just kind of give them a quick shout out while we're here.
Let's do it. Yeah, so Beyond the Wall Painting is sponsoring Nasty Talk Live for the first time ever at SICW FanFest 4. Beyond the Wall Painting is around the area here in the Metro East area, so if you need anything painting related, please hit them up. You can hit their socials. Good friends of mine. Yeah, so the shout out to Beyond the Wall Painting.
Yeah, so if you need your dog painted, call these guys. So I mean,
they'll do it. Tim will do it. He's a good dude. I think Tim's coming to FanFest, so if you guys have any painting questions, come talk to me. I'll give you. But look up Beyond the Wall Painting, shout him out, tell him Big Nasty sent you.
All right, and then this is a big one, and this is going to be this is going to be the go-to for a lot of people who are in the area. They need something good. I mean. Yeah.
That's right. This is huge. I am friends with the franchise owners of this location in Fairview Heights. So Joe's Pizza and Pasta in Fairview Heights, Illinois is sponsoring Nasty Talk Live. And so if you are going to FanFest, if you're traveling from out of town, or even if you're in town, you know about Joe's. Joe's will deliver to the hotel. Now, here is a fun little fact. The hotel rooms are all sold out. So they'll deliver to all the hotels. If you end up having to stay at a nearby one, they'll deliver there. It's just a short drive down the street from the venue, so you can go to their storefront. You can go right inside. They've got a bunch of seating. They got a new bar that they just remodeled with. It's a big open space. It's amazing. The staff is so nice and so great. The service is amazing, and the owners are amazing. They do a lot of good for the community that they don't talk about, but I'll talk about it. They do so much good for the community and have for years. They're amazing people, and I couldn't be happier to have Joe's Pizza and Pasta from Fairview Heights sponsor Nasty Talk Live and help sponsor me in what I do. So shout out to them. They have all-you-can-eat spaghetti on Sunday nights. It is amazing. The pizzas are great. It's all fresh ingredients. They're making it. The dough's made day of. Even when they run out, they're making it right there in the middle of it when they're in a rush. Like, they have everything right there, fresh ingredients, made in-house. It's so good. So go to Joe's Pizza and Pasta in Fairview Heights, and all weekend long, they don't just have pizza and pasta. They got everything. They got wings. They got everything you could think of. A bunch of appetizers, salads. They got healthy options. So hit them up, and they'll get you fed.
They open late?
I want to say maybe till like 11, but if it's going to run long, maybe we can work something out with them. If I actually knew that we were going to have like 200-300 people ordering food, I'd call them and work it out. But yeah, I want to say till like 10 or 11.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it almost like, if you see that last pizza being printed, it's like, is this food going to put you to sleep because it's got 3 Z's in it? But
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I was going to say, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm from Evansville, so I mean, I'm staying out there, so I might get that after the show. Then
It's good. It's really good. Yeah, I love it. They've got a Chicago style like deep dish one. They've got all kinds of stuff, man. They got one called the Mac Daddy Pizza, and it tastes just like basically a Big Mac, but in pizza form. It's fire. So they got all kinds of stuff.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I love it. They have cauliflower crust. They got it all going on.
Oh my God! Well, I'm a if you can't tell, I like food some. So
Hey,
I
me too.
might.
No.
I mean, I look like a traffic cone or a traffic barrel. So I mean, there's a reason for that.
That's
because
right.
it's
All your-
food like this.
All you're missing is the stop sign in your hand.
Jeez, my God. Man, that's horrible. Man. Let's talk about another sponsor here. So you've had the sponsor for quite a while, and these guys have a great line of just anything health wise, energy wise. But take a look at these guys here.
Yeah, Bucked Up. I've been an ambassador with for a few years now. If you go to buckedup.com, you can check out their shop. Their pre-workouts are incredible. They've got all kinds of protein. They're even doing protein drinks now in gas stations and storefronts. You can get their energy drinks anywhere. It's essentially their energy drinks are going to hit you just like their pre-workouts will. They got high stems. They got nootropics. So if you like a lot of caffeine, they can do that for you. But if you're not a big fan of that, they've got the nootropic stuff that's just going to fire off your brain and not leave you jittery. I personally, if I'm not shaking and vibrating through my skin, I don't want it. But yeah, they've got all kinds of great products. Just get on there. They've even got free samples and stuff like that. But if you use my code WINNER123, you'll get 20% off of your order. So always use that code. It never goes away. Anytime you order anything from them, always use that code and don't pay full price. Get 20% off on all of your stuff from Bucked Up with WINNER123.
And I can be, and if I can give a testimonial, that code does work because I have ordered at least once. And I was like, I want to get a little something off my order. So I went and took advantage of that. So yes.
Smart
It does work. I had to give me a case of Rocket Pop to the house.
They're fire. They're fire. I'm a big fan of the Blood Raz and the Miami flavor.
Yeah. I'm kind of like, the Miami. I'm trying to think if there's another one.
It's a little fruity, but they have a Sour Bucks one too that's pretty good. Yeah, they got some great flavors.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. I mean, of course, the Angry Orchard, the Orchard one, the apple one was a good one too.
Yep. They got a lot of seasonal ones that they do too. So you just got to check it out, man. They've got great stuff. They're always in any supplement stores. So if you go to a supplement store, you're going to pay full price. If you just go to the website, use my code, you'll get 20% off.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Buckedup.com is where you want to go for that.
That's right.
And I don't know. I'm almost thinking about maybe.
I think I have the store. I think I have it pinned to my Instagram as well, so you can go to my Instagram page and click on that, and then click follow and follow me on Instagram at Big Nasty Glenn with 2 N's. So nice, you got to write them twice.
That's right. That's right. Big Nasty Glenn. Okay, and the link is the direct link to order and making sure you.
It's right there on my Instagram profile.
Yep.
I'm trying to get Instagram popping right now. You know what I'm saying?
Get that man his coin.
Hey. I was just thinking about this with you having my promo code up and me being an ambassador of Bucked Up. You guys know who's not an ambassador of Bucked Up? Justin Poole, which is also crazy because he also didn't graduate from Ace Wrestling Academy. But you know who did? I did. I have a plaque because I graduated. So how about that? I guess in just every way in life, I am better than Justin Poole. And he knows it, which is also funny because I'm better than Sean Vincent, and I have a song about it. So if you go to Spotify or Apple Music, you look up Big Nasty Glenn Williams, you'll see it just right here, just in case you guys didn't know. I'm showing you this plaque because Justin doesn't have one to show you, and he's also not on your podcast because he's not as entertaining as I am. So there we go.
I think. Did you clean that since that show in Granite City?
Nope, it still smells like a dirty punk rocker. Yeah, so it probably has mono or something, but it's fine.
Oh my gosh, my gosh. So because you, like I said, all the stars that have come in. I mean, you've given them, like we've talked about it earlier. You've given them a nasty burn. Is there any of the stars that are coming in that you're excited to see the most?
Probably Mick Foley. Was a huge fan of Mick Foley. And you know what the sleeper one for me is, and this is going to sound stupid. You know who I was a huge fan of as a kid? Fucking Ernest the Cat Miller, man. I cannot wait to get a picture with that dude. I was such a mark for that dude. He's so underrated. It was so entertaining.
So that makes like three of us now because I'm right there.
We can all get a
dude. Let's
get
do
a group photo then, right? You know?
I would say
we gotta go corner him and just get him on the podcast. That's what we gotta do.
Dude, that'd be sick.
So, I'd like to see him. I'm excited about that. I'm just trying to think. There's a few people that I have some outstanding beef with that I might circle back to on. Bill DeMott. Literally everyone that has ever screwed me over is there. So it's going to be crazy. But yeah, Ernest the Cat would be probably the guy I'm most...
Didn't you get punched by Buff, unfortunately?
Yeah, Buff, Bill DeMott.
I'm not going to say the bad joke, sorry.
Yeah, so... Anyways,
I'm not going to say the bad
Robert
joke.
Gibson, all that.
I mean,
that was last year at FanFest when Robert Gibson punched you, right?
Yeah, he stepped on my moment and he punched me.
Yeah, he was.
What a guy, right?
Coward.
Stealing spots.
I mean, I think it was he was looking the wrong way. So I mean,
hey, just so you guys know, I've got about 10% left on this phone before it dies.
Okay, no, not a problem.
I put it on low mode. I got the
like I said,
battery.
if you guys got anything, let me know because
I'm not trying to hop off. I got probably a good 5 or 10 more minutes left. Let's get it.
I feel like he answered all my questions. It's these two that just sat there and piggybacked off our backs like usual.
Yeah, come on, ask me some stuff.
Well,
What's up?
Well,
fine, okay. So, I mean, what's the one opponent you could work that you've? Okay, let me take this back. Somebody that you've worked multiple times. But you could keep going. That's your favorite opponent to work.
Billy McNeil.
I
think that's a lot of guys.
I faced Billy McNeil and Bobby D. I feel like I could wrestle those dudes forever, and it would never feel old or get old. Yeah, we have a great match every single time we face each other. So those would be the two. And Brandon, we beat the shit out of each other every time we faced each other. But I like getting along with him a lot more.
It probably doesn't hurt as much. He's changed.
Critique me, and the only thing that people can say is, "Oh, Glenn's a little big." Yeah, dude, I'm only at 23% body fat. It used to be 47. You can kiss my whole ass. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm losing more weight. I'm getting better at it. You can't say that I'm bad at this because I'm so good at it. No one's ever like, he's bad at wrestling. No, I'm not, because I hold gold all the time. I'm a champ. I'm a double champ, and I'm going to steal the show once again. I am going to put JBL on notice. I am the one that got him out of retirement, and then I'm going to beat him and send his ass right back to retirement. I'm going to steal his legacy. I'm going to stand over him. I'm going to raise my hand, and everybody's going to have to say, damn, he was right. And I get to say, I told you so, and that's my favorite thing to do. I cannot wait to rub this into everybody's face for months. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. No, I'm prepared. I'm not scared. I don't think that I wrote a check that my ass can't cash. I'm going to take all the money that I make from band and go on a vacation and spend it on my super hot wife and kids.
See, Ruby, I told you me and this man are one-on-one. See, his kiss my ass line, I used the line of kiss the fattest part of my ass. So, yeah.
Yeah, see? Dude, all that.
Awesome.
All that. Yeah.
Awesome.
Both cheeks, dude.
And also, did you also announce that you are going to be having nasty burn shirts made?
Yes.
It's in the making.
Yes.
It's in the making. It's going to happen. I will have them there. I don't know how many. I'll let you guys know so we can get your sizes. I probably got time for 2 more questions. Let's do it. Rapid fire. I'm now taking your show over. I'm so sorry.
No. You're okay. Do you have any for your man? Well, first off, JBL. This is going to be different for JBL because JBL has been coming in blindsided on shows and just clotheslining people with
it doesn't matter. He didn't go attack Nick Nemeth and get in a match with him.
No. I'm gonna gas his ass out. I'm going to beat the brakes off of him. I'm going to slap the lips off of him. He better have an oxygen tank nearby. I'm going to put him out of his misery. I want to take his legacy and make it mine. I want 2 live mics, and I want to tell him exactly how I feel. And I want him to rebuttal, and then I'm going to light his ass up on the mic. I'm going to light his ass up in the ring. I'm going to blow him up. I'm going to beat him up, and I'm going to clothesline him too. I'll give him a clothesline from hell. How about that?
Yeah.
There's your breaking news. There's your spoiler alert. Leak that out to Sportskeeda or whatever. Sean Ross Sapp. I'm going to whip JBL's ass. All right?
That's how you end it right
happen.
there.
Yeah. Is it going to be a factor to who officiates the match?
Well, my boy Lucky P got my boy referee Andy Anderson, who got fired. He got him reinstated, and he's going to be there that night. So I am lobbying and dying on the hill right now to have Lucky P write a contract up for me, so I have Andy Anderson as my ref. That's what I'm shooting for. And as far as I know, that's what's going to happen. If Teddy Long changes that, me and Teddy are going to have a little talk, and I might slap the lips off of Teddy. So we'll see what happens.
Real quick, Lynn, are you worried about any of the foes that, fortunately, because SICW stacked the deck against you, brought in everybody that has hindered you in the past, legend and people still on the roster are going to be in the same building.
Yeah.
Anyone that has you concerned might be able to help JBL, unfortunately?
No, I don't care who thinks that they can help him. Not even God himself could come down and help him. I am destined for this moment. I am just like Garth Brooks. I've got friends in low places. So if you think I'm coming alone, you are out of your damn mind. I am going to show up. I will have backup. I will have plan A, B, C, D, and E in line. I promise you this. FanFest 4 is going to break the internet. FanFest 4 is going to put some headlines out that you didn't think you'd ever see, and it's going to say JBL got beat by Big Nasty. The world is going to find out in real time who the hell I am. I'm going to take this momentum, and I'm going to make sure I end up on TV. Mark my words. I am going to beat JBL. I'm going to be better than Eddie Guerrero, and I'm going to land on TV somewhere out of this. I promise you that. It's going to happen. Okay. FanFest 4 is happening. Get your tickets at SICW.org. It's in Fairview Heights, Illinois. You can see Mick Foley on May 8th, Friday night, with his one-man show. And then on Saturday, it's going to be a meet and greet all day long. And then we're going to wrestle at night. And I'm going to put on a clinic. I'm going to talk Teddy Long. I'm going to talk circles around him and make him look stupid. And then I'm going to wrestle circles around JBL and beat the brakes off of him and take his legacy and become the greatest heel to ever live.
Wow.
Because my name's Big Nasty, and I'm the star of the show.
There you go, buddy.
Everywhere I go.
Yeah, and I think that's probably where we're going to stop you. But, hey, but remember, like I said, we'll be there Saturday and all that. You're more than welcome to stop by.
I will crash trust me, I'm going to be causing chaos all Saturday. I will see you guys, and I will spend a quality time with you. We will get it in. Last time we did it, Bill Apter punched me. I need that footage, by the way.
Yeah, I'm going to research it. I'm going to research it and get it to you. Since you did this for me, I'm going to make sure I work on that.
It's all good, dude. No worries. No rush.
All right, my brother from another mother.
Yes, sir. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'm sorry my phone's dying. We ran it up for a while, but I will see you guys at FanFest. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make a moment that will last forever. Get your phones out. Press record. It's going to go viral. And for God's sake, somebody call the cops because I'm about to steal the damn show.
All right. Big Nasty Glenn Williams. Thanks, buddy. And we'll see you in 2 weeks, all right? Thanks, bud.
What a great guest.
All right, man. Well, I'll tell you what. That we just had a lot going on there. Like so, we could have got. Like I said, there were some other things we maybe could have talked about, but like we got the whole gist of it. We got everything. I mean, he's got a lot. He's got a lot on his. I'm sorry. He's got a lot on his plate. And you did bring up a good point because he darted out at everybody. With the nasty burn and everything else. Which, by the way. I do want to thank him again for that. That was way entertaining, more entertaining than I thought would be before we brought him on. That was so fantastic.
I didn't ask for it, by the way. But he was super nice to me, so. Good friends.
Yeah.
I laugh at myself any chance I get, and he just made it easier. So, that was Freddy-tastic. Austin Cates, I think you're about on your here too, so I know you got to get going. So I appreciate you, brother.
I'll holler at y'all later. Have a good night.
All right, bud. So one other thing here that we're going to probably just talk about real quick is there was a clearance of, well, let's just say WWE had to revamp the roster, right? So we had a lot of releases that came out this past week, which included the entire Wyatt Six, Aleister Black, Zelina Vega, Alba Fire, Andre Chase, Apollo Crews, Dante Chen, Kari Sane. So Asuka's got nobody to yell at now. Luca Crucifino, Malik Blade, the Motor City Machine Guns, which I'm hearing there's some leaked footage about Alex Shelley not signing somebody's figure that he purchased for. But, like I said, Santos. Now, the thing is about Santos Escobar, I thought he was just doing work in AAA. I mean,
I'm confused by that one too. Like, is he going to stay in AAA and still doing work? Because I was under the impression that he was just working AAA. Like, he already left WWE.
Yeah, like Tyra May Steele, who won LFG Season 2, didn't get much work at all. Maybe things just didn't click. Tyson and Tyreek from NXT, gone.
Here's my theory of some of these, and hopefully it can bring some light on in what is happening potentially. Some of these guys are so good they're not getting the spotlight time for one, or getting the proper dialogue time. The Wyatt Six, that has me just Wyatt Six and Kairi Sane have me just baffled. Like, I'm just like, what what just happened? Kind of stuff. But it is what it is. I'm not mad nor happy either way. Like, I have no influence on that. But then there's certain people like Aleister Black or some of these NXT and LFG people that got. TNA still needs some faces. There's a lot of these other promotions out there, some of the promotions in Canada that are coming up and popping up, that are doing bigger stuff and have the YouTube channel flowing really well. They're going to need more star power, and that's what we're going to start to see, I think, in some of these senses. Some of these people are going to fall back to their home areas and then maybe build that area up a little bit more because they have that knowledge now of what maybe WWE has. And if it's done right, share that out. Aleister Black, there's that, man, the internet is torn with him. Like, have you seen the back and forth with all of that? Because because there's a bunch of AEW superstars that have said, we don't want him back over here.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it was okay. I think it kind of weakened his character a bit for bringing Selena in to manage. And they were trying to make Selena, I mean, they made like a whole 180 with Zelina when they put her with him, obviously, when she had to do that heel turn or whatever. So she wasn't that whole happy-go-lucky and everything else. But I think that maybe that not a lot of people were really glued to that character or to the way that she was after she got with. I mean, maybe, some husband and wife couples work and some don't. Obviously this was, and I'm sorry, I remember the Aleister Black from the Black and Gold NXT, with that. I mean, that's probably the best version of Aleister Black there was. I mean, no questions asked. He was more silent than anything else. The next thing you know, you see him hit a black mass and that was it. I mean, just out of nowhere. And he mastered that kick so well when he first did it. He seemed like he got a little soft with it though, I mean, but that's just me just kind of evaluating his work, and they didn't really put much work to him at all. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why they don't want him back at AEW. I mean, unless there's something behind the scenes that we don't know about.
I mean, it's above my pay grade.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Motor City Machine Guns, I mean, they had their WWE Tag Team title run for like a short bit, and that was it. That was kind of cool to see. But
hopefully, it's just one of those things where they can. This is me personally with once again how TNA is making the resurgence, right? Mm-hmm. What better way? They came in, got their notoriety. WWE did their stint, right? And now they can go back to TNA and hang out there. I'm cool with them going to to AEW if that happens, because I know that's like the big rumble is Tony's pumped on getting him potentially. But I'm focused more on like seeing these other promotions build their ranks and rosters, and TNA needs some help with some of their, especially after their female segment this past week. Whew.
Yeah. So, GQ, with the list that's brought in there, and I'm going to leave it with you here next. If there's any person that you think didn't deserve to get released and that you would like to bring them back, is there anybody in this list that pulls you?
The Wyatt Six.
The entire group. I totally agree. I was just surprised. And, I mean, is there any...
Well, you got to think, even Bray went through a release and then came back, though, too. It came back stronger than ever. He came back with the newer Bray Wyatt gimmick that he did up until his passing. I mean, so... There's potential for them to come back, really? I mean... It depending on if they want to try to get them, like what they were doing, like trying to bring back people but at a cheaper rate, you know, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. I mean, but I think the Wyatt Six. Bottom line, I think that was the worst release that they did. I think.
Call me crazy, but I think that whole feud between them and MFT over this whole lamp, whatever the case may be, it didn't pan any type of attraction to me at all, as far as wanting to see how the story goes. What's the meaning behind the story? I'm sorry.
And the worst part is both of those groups are enjoyable in their own rights.
Of course, yes.
That's the real bad thing about it, and it hurts to see Ronan and Bo and Nikki for sure, get. Because Nikki didn't have any good female feuds either. Like they could have been.
No, that was horrible. It's like she wasn't used.
Yeah, and she's worth so much more.
Oh, hello, you know Nikki ASH or Nikki Ash, whatever.
Oh,
I'm sorry. That was a resurgence of her, you know, making herself, and
the real missing particle on this, and I read this on another Facebook forum of wrestling. Where is the missing piece that whole thing working was Alexa joining them.
Yeah. But then we wouldn't have got We're Not Friends.
I'm for it. But this whole We're Not Friends thing should have panned into her finding her friends. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then maybe her joining the Wyatt Six. But that's the real missing piece, is you needed that other molecule that was Bray Wyatt, and Alexa Bliss was tied to Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, Uncle Howdy, you know, the Playhouse, the Playground, everything was tied to her still within the promotion, and they did nothing with it. I mean, I'm not mad at them. That's the hindsight, I guess, of professional wrestling, right?
Yeah, let's just say definitely a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, as far as telling the story. And, you know, and I guess they did that whole big, Charlotte and Alexa did that whole big tribute to him with the Firefly and everything else, you know, including with their gear. Because I don't know if they just knew something was coming, you know, or because that seemed like it was out of the blue, because Alexa didn't do much with that at all until WrestleMania.
Yeah, you know what? You bring up a good point. What if this is one of those just, like, go wait 3 months kind of thing, chillax, heal up, do reps in the gym, whatnot, and then they're going to bring the whole faction back differently?
I would love to see that. I mean, obviously, like, I think they should have given them more quality time, honestly. But they just, I mean, they had to sticking the tag belts on Gacy and Loomis. I mean, those guys could work, obviously, but that's not really what defines the whole Wyatt Six. You know, there's something much deeper than that. If you're more into a story, it's more of, you know, of trying to connect inner with reaching out on a more emotional and psychological advantage to people who they feud with. If you think about that.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, you're definitely opening the world up more, even to what I think 20 years from now, people are going to look at Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt Six and that whole ideology kind of probably in the similar ways we look at Jake the Snake. We look at who was the one guy that Bray took a lot of his, had the cross thing on his forehead.
Was it Waylon Mercy?
Yeah, Waylon Mercy.
Yeah.
Like, because you look back at those characters and those guys that portrayed them, Jake still did a lot within the industry in a sense, but they didn't get the love that they 100% deserved until afterwards because of all the small, minute, and how they developed their characters beyond, right? With Jake talking slow and menacing, and the way they spoke was much different than most professional wrestlers, and that's what Bray, Bo, all that brought to the table, was that new way to look at professional wrestling. If it wasn't for guys like Matt Hardy and the Jeff Hardy, I hate to give him compliments, but with the Broken Universe, that changed how we looked at professional wrestling, looked at the art form from a whole nother perspective. And then we get the phenomenal match that we had with Undertaker and AJ Styles in the Graveyard matches, that new cinematography form of professional wrestling. And that was enjoyable. Unfortunately, with the White Six leaving WWE, we kind of lose one of those elements to a degree.
Yeah, I mean, to a degree. I mean, we're still getting cinema stuff. But not as deep.
I'll take Danhausen.
Oh my god. How entertaining is that? Holy crap, bro. I about died laughing when he took off on Monroe's bike.
So, okay. You remember how last week you and I were playing golf, right?
Yeah.
And I brought up if Danhausen and The Miz had a sitcom show together, how good, right there proved it. You messaging me going like, bro, have you watched SmackDown yet? The Danhausen Miz stuff, you're gonna love it, like, because it was funny, it was enjoyable. Their match was goofy. I wish it would have went a little bit longer, done some more things, but like the Flash Flare. Yes, I'm there for comedy wrestling. I'm 100% there. It does not bother me.
I mean, this is gold. I mean, going to his house and getting into his pool, and then, oh my gosh, and then oh my god, and then dodging the whole throwing cocoa powder, and then Maurice taking that. Oh my god, bro.
I swear I was not meaning.
And then when I heard the ching ching, I'm like, oh no.
I told you to get out of my pool. You told me to get out of that pool. And now I'm in this pool.
Man,
stupid.
Chicago, I'm going to say Chicago, shame on you for booing because she had no idea what's coming, because it's almost been 2 months, and this dude has lit the scene in WWE with so much, not just merchandise, but with so many vignettes and cinema promos and all this other stuff. I'm just waiting to see what's next.
Dude, yeah, I'm intrigued by him. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't bother me. I just sit there and watch it and see what happens. To me, he's like if Doink the Clown met R-Truth. Like, that's what he is, and he's a wrestler, and it's fine, because if
Didn't you call him Gargamel like at a Glory Pro show?
Yes. So my first Danhausen interaction was as a fan, and we went to Glory Pro at Broadway, and it was myself, my wife, my buddy Tim from Sam's Club, and my other buddy AJ Roberts from We Talk Wrestling. We go down there, and AJ's a big fan of Danhausen, and like talks him up. I'm like, dude, it's a goofy thing. Like, I'm not against it. He's like, dude, think about Chikara back in the day. Think like all the guys we liked. I'm like, okay, like, so I'm trying to think in that mindset, because even as a fan, a lot of us got beat up to a degree about liking companies like Chikara that had more of the funny-esque characters but still great wrestling. So I give it the benefit of the doubt. Danhausen takes on one of my favorite people that have went through the St. Louis area. We've had him right here on the show. One of my favorite people, Rohit Raju. So it was supposed to be those two, but Rohit, unfortunately, reasons could not do the match. So he's out there managing. And Danhausen beats up the guy, throws this. It's just fun moment. But at the beginning of the show, he's pulling up, and he pulls up in an Uber. Okay, and he says, he's like, "Oh, good job, Uber!" Like, and he all in character the whole time. And I'm like, "Who the hell invited Gargamel here?" And he's like, "Oh, he's a really nice fella." Like, and he just played it up. It was fun. It was quirky, and then he remembered us in the thing. And so, hats off to him. I love seeing him there. It's pretty funny to watch. And just wait. It's going to get better because now that Ego's on the main roster and they're going to run into each other more, the what's he calling? Oh God. Oh, Argon or something like that. Yeah. I can't remember what he calls Ethan Page. But yeah, I love it. I think it's funny. I think it's great.
Yeah. So I mean, real quick from you here, is there anybody in this list that you would like to bring back?
Ooh.
I mean, there's a couple that stand out.
So the Wyatt Six, like GQ said, but I think mine would be Kyrie. Like,
yeah,
Kyrie didn't get, like, she was a perfect component that could be put in the IC title area. Her and Asuka could have still done tag team stuff. I'm telling you right now, if they would have put those two them with Julia, like, that trio would be unstoppable. But Kyrie got dropped, dude. That kind of hurt my feelings.
Yeah, no, I think I was kind of wondering because, yeah, so anyway, yeah, Kairi Sane is somebody I hate to see go because, like I said, who's Asuka going to yell at now? I mean, obviously the Kabuki Warriors are not really there's no really Kabuki Warriors now. So, what does this do for Asuka? Does this maybe potentially put Asuka in the front line? Now maybe towards the well, I don't know if it'd be towards the world's title or
I don't know where you go with Asuka right now. I mean,
for God's sakes, don't put her on the shelf. She's one of the favorites. She's one of my all-time
You
favorites.
give me Asuka, AJ Lee. I could get down with something like that.
Yeah. I'd like to see maybe Asuka transition over to SmackDown and give Liv a run for her money. I mean, Rhea. Sorry, because Liv's on Raw.
Yeah, and Io's on Raw still.
Yeah, Io's on Raw still, but just to get Asuka back in that hunt again, if the Kabuki Warriors are done, Asuka is so gifted with what she brings to the table as far as ring presence, as far as in-ring ability. I mean, hell, the woman was undefeated in NXT. So it's
no, I agree. Now, okay, so this can be controversial question to ask. Okay,
yeah,
we always talk about who we wish came back, who didn't get. Who are you actually happy got the axe? Like, because I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'll start it off because I'm not gonna make it open up to you to be the bad guy to answer the question first.
Okay, no, yeah, go ahead.
But Alba Fire, I'm stupid pumped that she's not gonna be in WWE right now because I can't wait for Kylie Ray to come back.
Yeah, I got you.
So that's one of them that I'm like, even though I'm bummered that she's not going to be with Chelsea Green because I really did like the dynamics, I'm pumped all for her future because I really enjoy her as a competitor.
Right. Yeah, well, mine's kind of a tie between Dante Chen, which is basically dead weight that never got lifted off the ground, and the Motor City Machine Guns, who, for the main reason of their music was about dumb as a box of rocks.
Yeah, terrible.
So, but that's just me personally. I mean, was it kind of cool to see him perform and they got their shine for a little bit? Yeah, that was cool. But then, then I'm seeing some videos surface about Alex Shelley not wanting to sign the Motor City Machine Guns figurine or whatever that they had, and even though somebody had paid for their autograph and he decided not to sign it, so it's like, oh my gosh. So I don't know. It seems Alex Shelley's he's had some issues in the past too with just having with fan interaction. I got to look it up, but I know I've heard it in the past. This was TNA. This was TNA days, obviously, but no, I don't know. It's just kind of worth seeing them in there, and they only get like a short run, and then they get put on the shelf, and then they try to make some type of relevance with them. Like I said, Dante Chenna was like the dead weight. He was basically, jobbing for people in NXT. So it's
you didn't see him at all, really.
No, I mean,
it's pretty wild that Apollo. After
I know.
11 years.
I really was kind of hoping though, maybe we get something different with Apollo, but I don't know. Which also kind of leads me to believe here that, or my next question is, who is your favorite call-up from NXT? I mean, would you like to defer to me, or would you like to take this one?
Dude, that's easy. we saw him make a debut on Raw, get a dub, help beat up some IC title people that are now the picture, but all ego Ethan Page all day, my dude. Come on. Like, I'm happy to see my boy. I even posted about it. Like, so just from the fans' perspective, like, of it, and the fact that I am such a fanboy still, and I will openly say it, I don't care. I love wrestling. You can put it in front of me. I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to critique it the way I feel the show went. Just the show, because that's how much I like. But he is somebody that made... I went to Glory Pro specifically to see the Lucha Bros. That's it. That's all I wanted to do. That's all I cared about, was seeing the Lucha Bros. Didn't care who was on the card, who was wrestling, what was going on. Nothing of that sort was on my mind, right? We get there, we sit down, we have a good time. That's where I meet the dirty heel Austin Cage while we're standing in line, all that kind of stuff. I had the most fun that I've ever had with one of my best friends, one of my closest chums, AJ Roberts, one of the best dudes alive, awesome guy. Bought me the tickets as a gift because he loves me, and that's what we do sometimes. But we go there and have the show, and then Ethan Page was facing, was it AJ? God dang it! Big black guy.
Oh God!
From the St. Louis area. It wasn't Carmelo Jackson. Who was it? Hold on. But okay, so they have a match, and an issue happened with the ring, and it was so comedical with how they covered it up and just like fixed it, and it was hilarious. And I just fell in love with the dude right then and there, and he was an awesome guy and super nice to hang out and talk to. Talked with him for a good time there, and then we messaged here and there, back and forth. I actually, at one time, there was potentially the Zmiz would have been on one of the toy hunts with him. I attempted. I shot my shot.
There you go. There you go. I mean, I'm happy for Ethan Page on that. It's actually well deserved. I think another one. Here's my surprise, and I think I would be talking about this, and I'm actually starting to change my opinion on this individual.
Don't say JCJ.
I'm sorry, I have to.
I'm out of here.
I have to. No. She is owning it, though. She is starting to prove me wrong, even though I still think that Fallon Henley still has leadership qualities. But it's almost like a good, pleasant surprise that Fatal Influence came in. And I did not see the entire group moving up. I heard about maybe possibly JC Jane coming up.
The whole group was
the entire group up there.
Yeah, they did it the right way. I will say this: if by chance JC becomes like champion, Can it please happen? Because like these girls remind me of those nasty divas era females to a degree. I'm not a JCJ fan. I'm a Fallon Henley fan through and through.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah,
And then what's the other homegirl's name? I don't see.
Minnie Reed. It's funny. It's like, hey, that's on the. It said like a guide on her pads. One says L, one says R, so you can put like left and right.
She's okay, and I like her, and she's got. I was actually surprised on her talking ability.
Yeah.
So like, I'll give props, but I'm not. I see what it like the promote like this is just a rehash of an old faction, and that's I guess the turnoff to the whole group to a degree. But if they ever win the title, can we please have like Michelle McCool, Layla thing where like they all share part of the title? Because this group I think would be hilarious with it. That's just my 2 cents. But I'm not a fan. I'm surprised that Brooke Monroe is making the jump.
Yeah, we're seeing 3 people that I know are making a jump. Blake Monroe, that's going to be making her way soon. Also, we've got an announcement of Ricky Saints also making his appearance on SmackDown. But then, my goodness, my bro, I'm telling you, tomorrow night I'm going to be so happy.
Say his name and he appears.
All right, man. Joe Hendry, you all up.
Hey, your mic real quick.
All right, sorry, man.
There you go. You're back.
Okay. I have no idea. I don't know if it's my connection.
It's like the distance when you get between the mic and I don't know what it is either, but you bump something maybe. I don't know. You get excited.
It's being dumb here tonight. I have no idea.
Door energy, bro.
Yeah. But Joe Hendry coming in and debuting on Raw in a concert of all things tomorrow night. So Joe Hendry having a concert tomorrow night and apparently will be part of the
Who's
Raw
going to interfere? That's the question. Who's going to interfere?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Who's going to interrupt it? That's what I want to know. Who's going to be the Debbie Downer? Oh, and then Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns are going to get face-to-face. I don't care what anyone says. It is still fun to watch WWE and be a fan. It is corporate as piss, and I hate that about it, but I still like watching it.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, obviously, we're going to get Roman and Jacob at Backlash. It's going to happen. It's going to be a good match. I think it's going to be a good match. I mean, obviously, I don't think the title's going to change hands, but it's going to be a good, entertaining match, that's for sure, between the Samoan Werewolf and the Samoan OTC.
No, I feel like we're getting the storylines that we were supposed to have a couple years ago. My dude, like 100%.
Yeah.
Because the bloodlines all now kind of intermingling again, you know. When Jacob Fatu did the promo on SmackDown, the Usos come out, and then MFTs show up, Solo, and all that, you know. So the bloodlines are coming together, and there's a force about to happen there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just like, I mean, obviously, Jay and Jimmy are going to be around Roman a lot more now throughout the summer, and we get Angry Jay now, not Happy EDJ. So I guess kind of the change in that demeanor is.
Did you also notice? You watched SmackDown, right?
Yeah.
Did you notice how Jay called him little cousin?
Called
Jacob.
Jacob, little cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Roman called him little cousin on Raw.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure did. So I don't know. This is going to be interesting because Jacob really has no side between either Solo or Roman now. Jay's being the influence. Of course, obviously the rest of the MFTs are influenced with Solo. There's basically like 3 sides to this right now with everything going on. So yeah, because you saw everything just kind of like bicker, and then having a battle between all the Samoan dynasty on SmackDown Friday. So I have no idea where this is going. But
Dude, I have no idea.
But I'll grab a small little bowl of popcorn and watch the segment and see who's in for the ride on this. It's obviously is a story that draws you in. So at least the MFT has got a more interesting story now over than some.
Yeah, now we got something to sink our teeth in, and then we got Tonga. Yeah, Tamatonga.
Yeah, Tamatonga.
Tamatonga is trying to control, or not control, but like help Solo point in the correct direction. Like why are we wasting our time on this?
Yep. So Tom is just putting the friction in there too. So obviously it's 4-dimensional now because there's just a lot going on in that whole Samoan eruption. So
I'm pretty
we'll just
pumped
have
with
to
that.
see, what's happening. I'm not sure what's coming up this week for SmackDown yet. They announced 2 matches on Raw.
I don't know. I don't remember that part. As
Well,
soon as I get off here, I'm probably
Adam
gonna go.
Pearce announced today on his social. It was Liv and Roxanne and Raquel facing off against Justin Base. It might be.
Your mic went out again. Your mic went out again.
All ready to throw in the freaking towel. This is getting annoying. I don't know if it's my internet connection or if my board's going bad, because when I turn my board on, half of my buttons, almost all my buttons wouldn't work or function, including my built-in soundboard.
Oh, God.
I have no clue.
Hey, I'm going to be getting off here and going watching AAA and finish JCW Stranglemania because I want to watch Vampiro's retirement match.
Oh, wow. He's retiring. Wow.
That's what I think I read, but I could be wrong. But it doesn't matter. I'm going to still go watch JCW.
Yep. Oh, with that being said, looks like GQ had to bounce out on an emergency basis. Of course, the Dirty Heels got an early day on Mondays, so he's got to bounce. So you're just stuck with us two until we decide to shut down the show. And guess what? We decided we're going to call it a show. But I definitely want to send a big shout out and thank you to Big Nasty Glenn Williams, especially for that segment of Nasty Burn that is here. Yeah. So I'm just reading here. So I'm sorry. I'm just getting some other messages on our backside production side. So yeah. But yeah, I just want to once again, I mean, love him or hate him though, he is entertaining, and I think he's really primed for the fight against JBL. This is a whole new different ballgame because JBL is facing somebody fresh and right in front of him. So it's not just sneak up and clothesline somebody. It's something totally different. You know what I mean? It's totally different. So, but he will be hanging. He will stop by our booth at FanFest 4 when we broadcast live. We will be broadcasting live. We'll give you an official announcement next week on where to find us online, because obviously we'll be broadcasting from the Radisson in Fairview Heights, Illinois, SICW FanFest 4. That's Saturday, May 9th. Tentative time is 11 a.m. when we'll go on the air, and then we'll get as much action and much participation as possible. And we just want people to kind of realize what they're missing down at FanFest 4, as I'm trying not to burp or hiccup in my microphone. So, oh my gosh, guys, we thank you very much once again. Next week, he was in the chat again tonight. with some rebuttals against Mr. Glenn Williams. But SICW, longtime SICW promoter Herb Simmons will be our featured guest next week for episode number 230. We're going to be rounding up everything we're going on. It's all about FanFest 4 next week. That's what we will be focusing on and talking about. So make sure you tell your friends if there's anything regarding FanFest 4 you want to ask, or anything or if you got any questions for Herb Simmons, Herb is always one to definitely share an opinion and have a conversation. So we're looking forward to talking with him. And with that note, let's get outy, shall we? Like that comment said, like, share, and subscribe. FallsCon Everywhere on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. It's FCE Podcast on X. Make sure you get a hold of us, guys. And until then, we are out. We're going to say adios,
amigos.
Yeah, totes my goats.
Dude,
suck your toes, or no?
What?
No, I didn't say that.
You weirdo.
9 p.m. next Sunday night. Herb Simmons will be on. Have a great week, everybody.
Herb! I can't wait to talk to Herb. Good guy.
And we'll see you then.
Peace.
Look at all them thirsty people.
Get that bottle of water. Water. It's going to happen when A Talk takes over.
Jeez.